Hey man, what are you doing? Put on that station that rocks.
Welcome to Rock Garden Radio, your home for new, independent music, interviews, and history from Boston and beyond.
Welcome back to Rock Garden Radio. We're at episode 3, everybody. Today, we've got a bunch of freeform music as well as some artists from the Rock Garden Radio family, including Jennifer Teft, Holy Smoke, and an interview and brand new single from Bentmen. So, get your favorite libation ready, sit in a comfortable place. Let's go. Starting with the first song of the day. This is El Perro and Breaking Free. This is Rock Garden Radio.
Now I'm free from the pain in my heart. get clever? Don't you get clever? I'm alive to the landslide. Gonna leave you all severed. Gonna leave you all severed. I alone am the answer. I alone
much of this little dress, unimpressed. You put my love to the test, and I know loving me's a slippery slope, but I know loving you's my only hope. So hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, baby, I know that you can. Flower vase in the hall, how your face says it all. It's a race, it's a crawl, baby doll. We better brace for the fall. And I know loving me's a slippery slope, but I know loving you's my only hope. So hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, baby, I know that you can. And I know loving me's a slippery slope, but I know loving you's my only hope. So hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, baby, I know that, baby, I know that I know loving me's a slippery slope, but I know loving you's my only hope. So hold on tight, cigarette, hold on tight if you can, hold on tight, regret, baby, I know that you can. Hold on tight, cigarette, hold on tight if you can, hold on tight if you can, baby, I know that you can.
It's Rock Garden Radio, episode 3. I'm Mike. Thanks for being here. Let me tell you what I played in that very first set of music. Started with the band El Perro with Breaking Free and segued into Starcrawler, I Love L.A. The Decemberists were the number 3 band in the set with their song Severed. Eddy Current Suppression Ring was there with Memory Lane, and finished up with Ben Queller and his track called American Cigarette. All right, next we have a song from our own Rock Garden Records, Crow Follow. This is Indiana Line.
Leaden, slate gray clouds stack up over the horizon line. A thin, chalk-like line of white smoke rises from the long, black, Tipperillo-shaped chimney of a Midwestern meth factory.
Deciding just how far we go. Echoes on a red velvet radio.
Sickle moon, Indiana land. Pushing 18 wheels and I'm doing fine. 37 tons, double yellow line.
put your claws in my heart. Then you're the mouse and I can't tell it apart. It takes me hours just to get through your name. The words on my lips are bending lights through my brain. Turn over the hourglass, running down the rabbit's hole. I'm upside down in Wonderland. Doesn't matter where we go.
Rock Garden Radio. Welcome back. I'm Mike. Let me tell you what we played in that last set. That was a Boston band called Crow Follow that started us off. That was Indiana Line. The great Paul Weller was next with Cosmic Fringes. Boston artist Ian James was in there with More of the Same. Holy Tunics, my friends from Queens, New York, and their song Upside Down in Wonderland. And just wrapped everything up in that set with brand new Rock Garden Radio artist Jennifer Teft and her great song, Love and War. All right, starting off the next set here at Rock Garden Radio with Boston band Kid Gulliver and You'll Never Know.
Lovers of mine. say anything you want to hear. I'll see everything through. I'll do anything I have to do just to win the love of a girl like you. A girl like you. People talking, people stare, tell them I don't really care. This is the place I should be. And if they think it's really strange for a girl like you to be in love with someone like me, I wanna tell them all to go to hell. That we're doing very well without them, you see. That's just the way it is, and they will see I am yours and you are mine, the way it should be. I'll say anything you want to hear. I'll see everything through. I'll do anything I have to do just to win the love of a girl like you. A girl like you. A girl like you. A girl like you. Oh yeah. Now if I seem a little wild, there's no holding back. I'm trying to get a message to you. I won't take anything from anyone. I won't walk and I won't run. I believe in you. London, Washington, anywhere you are, run together we'll be. Inside, outside, got my pride. I won't let them take it from me. I'll say anything you want to hear. I'll see everything through. I'll do anything I have to do just to win the love of a girl like you. 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 Oh yeah. I'll say anything. I'll take anything. I'll say anything. Almost anything except goodbye. I'll say anything. I'll take anything. A mighty woman and her torch, standing for liberty. The lucky ones who met her became the majority. Of and by and for the people was how it's supposed to be. Now a few of those whose fortunes rose decide what's right for you and me. This is my home. This is America. The free. Is this America? Tired, poor, huddled masses yearning to breathe free, surviving on hope freedom. Our mothers for the right to vote. Now the cheap words printed on red hats are sticking in their throats. One man kneels for justice, another saying I can't breathe. One nation under fear, in a land of opportunity. This is my home. This is America. Breathe. This is America. This is my home. This is America. Breathe. Is this
All right, Rock Garden Radio, Mike with you here. That last set consisted of the first song, Boston's own Kid Gulliver with You'll Never Know, Bob Mould with Hold On, Sugar and Helpless, The Smithereens, A Girl Like You, and Rock Garden Radio artist Holy Smoke, Is This America? All right now, coming up, our interview with Des and Kathy Desmond of Bentmen with Todd Erickson and myself. That happens right now. This is Rock Garden Radio. All right, we're here with Todd Erickson, the co-founder of Rock Garden Records.
Hey, guys.
And Kathy. Hey, Todd, how you doing?
Wonderful.
And Kathy Desmond is here as well, who is representing Bentmen. Do we know if Des is going to join us too?
Des is right here.
I'm here.
Hey,
Oh,
brother.
hey, Des, how are you?
I'm just sitting and in my place and waiting.
He's. I
Fantastic.
heard something about making some peppermint coffee, which
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate this opportunity to introduce you guys to the world that's beyond Boston, because being in Boston, myself and Todd have been here for a long time. So we're very familiar with who the Bentmen are. But we'd like to make sure that everybody sort of knows a little bit of the history of who you are and when you started. So I'm going to suggest that people do take a look at your great website, because it's very hard to describe you in words, and you do have a lot of great visuals there that really show off who you are. But since I've got you here on the line, would you just sort of, either one of you, this is a question for either one of you, just sort of take us back on the genesis of this band, if you want to call it a band. It's more like a real stage show experience, but I'll let you say it in your words. Please introduce us to the Bentmen.
Hey, how are you? This is Des speaking. Well, we go back to about 1983, actually. The band was started with a friend of mine from high school who I graduated with in Massachusetts, Woody Trenholm. And we had decided early on that we were going to do something theatrical with the music, and the band started as a duo. It was just the two of us, so it was a Des and Woody show. We came up with the name sort of like by accident, and we ended up with Bentmen. And we started in a very humble beginnings, like many of the bands from Boston, at Chet's Last Call. And I had told Chet, who I became friends with, that we were going to do one show he gave us a Friday night, which was a big night, to get, especially for a band that, or anything musical on Friday nights there or anywhere else in Boston. That was that was prime slot. So nobody knew who we were, and I said to him, he goes, well, you can sell these little tickets, stubs, and go around and get your friends to come, and we'll give you $50 or something for the night. And I said, well, Chet, no. We may only do it once, and all of our friends are coming, so the place is going to be sold out, which it was. And we didn't think of going any further beyond that. We had started our music for the Bentmen basically as something to do on a Saturday morning with a bunch of keyboards. I had a JX3P and Woody had a Poly 800. And we plugged them all in together with Y chords and all this. It all went into a cassette machine.
Yeah, like an experiment.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think if I'm not mistaken, that LaSalle Music was the first JX3P to be sold in Boston, and I just, by coincidence, bought that. I remember it being a huge amount of money for me at the time. It was $1,400. So we were, we didn't have a full band, so we were sequencing with a Dr. Rhythm and two, which would be now considered very primitive sequencing analog keyboards. Not knowing much about music theory, just kind of, swinging from the hip, or shooting from the hip, rather, we were coming up with very strange, according to people that knew better, time sequences. And so the band had a really weird start, and we didn't really know what to write about. And so we had found an old advertisement about insurance. Number of beast-like forms was what on the insurance advertisement. 10-year death benefit. So he took those names right out of the magazine and out of the advertisement and said, okay, so this song's called 10-year death benefit. And, and that's how we started, basically creating music based on social commentary. We went down and bought some beer, down at the local South End package store, which was a real seedy place. So basically, we started there, and most of the songs were based on twisted social commentary on things that we had seen. There were a couple of alcoholics out front of that liquor store talking about the Orange Line being taken down. That's how far back this goes. And, so we called, they said, hey, we heard a rumor they're tearing this place down. So we started with that. And basically I was writing down what they were saying to each other out in front of the liquor store and got the idea for Room as a Band, which turned out to be one of our most popular shows. And we would dress up like these, homeless people out front, tugging at the alcohol like they were doing, sharing a bottle. So it was always about that sort of a thing, and done with poetry and what have you. The band built from there. We got different members came in, and we started having a full band. But anyway, what do you think, Kath? What do you think about the beginnings beyond that?
Well, I met Des the day after he played at Chet's, when he came back to Chet's because he left his microphone. And
I left Woody's microphone.
And
he was pissed at me. Yeah.
And and he's like, I'm in this band. I'm like, oh, I'm in a band too. And he said, well, come back to our. I just started. He just built the very first Sound Museum space. So I went back to his space and I listened to his music. And what I heard, I'd never heard before. Because he's not a technical musician, and the programming that he did, and I come from the electronic music space, so I had all kinds of electronic gear, lots of synths, lots of MIDI. He was doing stuff, like he said, off the hip, that was very organic, and from an outside perspective, sounded very prog. Because there was all these unusual time signatures, and because he didn't know that this is not what you're supposed to do. It was so different and unique and original that I was really interested in collaborating with him. So that's how we started playing together. I just brought some of my stuff over, and we all plugged everything in MIDI-wise and created from there. Because I'm a little bit more of a trained musician, though, we were able to incorporate into this a little bit more song structure with the verse and the chorus and things like that. So it wasn't just so one rhythm or one pattern meandering. And during that time, when he went out and played a few times, he had attracted some other musicians that were really good musicians that also felt the same way that I did. Professors from Berkeley and other Berkeley.
Some of the best in the city of Boston, really.
Some of the best musicians in the city really said, we love this. And the opportunity was also there to be an artist above being a musician. So you could wear weird costumes. And we worked with artists and stage designers and eventually turned this into a stage show where every show had sort of a central theme, and most of it, like Des says, was a commentary on human conditions that are a little more uncomfortable than people normally want to write musical projects about. Little
right.
dark.
Kathy, that was my Todd here. That was my first impression of Bentmen was when I heard. I think it was on Boston Emissions. It might have been when Oedipus was still hosting. It could have been when really around then when you
WZBC. Todd.
It could have been ZBC. Yeah. Right.
It was.
And it was. I remember just really having that reaction of, wow, this is intense. I don't know who or what this is, but I wanted to find out more.
I think that we've all had. Yeah, I was just going to say, I think we've all had that same reaction to when we first experienced the Bentmen, because that's what I was trying to say in the opener, because it's so different. And Des and Kathy both, thank you for the context. It makes sense now. I have a better understanding, and I think the audience does too, of why you portray yourselves the way you do on stage was such a unique experience. So I just want to sort of piggyback on Todd's commentary and sort of learn how, Todd, when you heard this first, how did you end up meeting Des and Kathy? How did you become acquainted?
Well, I also want to point out that there really are no accidents, right? So Des, you said, it was by chance you walked into LaSalle and there's this synthesizer. Well, I don't know. I think maybe the synthesizer found you, and then, you left you left Woody's microphone at Chet's, and Kathy happens to be there. I mean, those are really magical connections, and they're things that bring us to now and our friendship. So my connection with you guys was peripherally and just out of awe and sort of knowing who you were until we crossed paths. And I want to say, Des, you guys had already been around for a couple of years. I'd seen a performance of Bentmen before meeting you, and then met you through your work with your sound museum spaces on Albany Street. And that had to have been quite a while ago. Yeah, I think about 86 was our connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 85, 86 probably. And we built that place in 84, wasn't it?
Yep.
1984, we built that. So it's damn near 40 years I did the Sound Museum.
It's fantastic. And hey, awesome. I also heard through the grapevine that somebody had an anniversary the other day and wanted to wish you guys a happy anniversary.
You want to talk about that one, Catherine? Yeah.
It all started.
I might have seen a Facebook announcement, but correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it all started at Chet's that night he left the microphone. We hit it off instantly, and things escalated rather quickly, romantic wise, and we had a lot in common. And it turned out that he and I had grown up with people that we both knew, but didn't know that each other knew that each other. So I went to school with kids because I went to a private school, so there were people from all over the place. And I went to school with a kid that he grew up with, and I was neighbors with Woody, the guy that he was in the Bentmen with, but he never mentioned that it was Bentmen with Des. And then I would go to his house and see pictures, and I'd be like, "Hey, wait a minute, what's that?" And he's like, He's like, that's where my summer cottage was. And I was like, I lived across the street.
Unbelievable.
And,
So we're South Shore people. I am anyway.
yeah, so it was that kind of thing. All these coincidences kept happening. And, he's like, so you know Brad? I'm like, yeah, Brad and I played in a band and went to high school together. He goes, I used to drop Brad off at this girl's house on Newbury Street. Was that you? I'm like, yeah, that was me.
That was her boyfriend.
Perfect.
And we're dropping him off at her house, and we're going up to see Calamity Jane. Do you remember that band?
So we're, no, they're too young for that. So, it was destiny, the way I look at it. Didn't fight it. And
Right.
And so, we started a relationship, we started a band, and we started a family and his new business. And so, we had everything in our life was pretty much music centric. And that's what worked so well for us, was that we were able to support the music community by having the Sound Museum and giving the musicians a place to practice. Because when we were musicians, and what never was any place to practice, it was one rehearsal facility in Cambridge. It was very small, and it went out of business. So, we got to pull musicians into our sphere by doing that and meeting a lot of musicians. And then when we started a family, the Bentmen was really good for us because it gave us a couple nights a week to get together with our other bandmates, get out of the house, play. And we couldn't be in the kind of band that could play out all the time. So the Bentmen was more like an event.
Right.
So we didn't play every single weekend. We would play a few times a year and spend, months building a stage set, costumes.
Yeah, every show was an event.
Right.
Exactly.
So it
Yeah,
was a
talk about
production.
that, guys, because that's how I recall being so attracted to what you guys had going on. And the one show I was able to catch between Shake the Faith being so busy when we had met and knew you guys and were tenants at Albany Street Sound Museum. I remember looking so forward to the one show that I could get to. I think it was, I want to say late '88, if you can ring a bell, or even kind of maybe remember
Well, that
when you
would
guys
be,
played in '88.
We started, like I said, at Chet's Last Call, like many bands did. That
Sure.
some of them made it, some of them didn't.
Right.
But anyway, we didn't realize that was a phenomenon there. That there was so many different groups that went on and had huge careers. But we were playing just once in a while, as Kathy said, because we couldn't. We had young kids, and and the other members that came on board had other things going on too. So we made it an event, and it was like once a year or every other year, and therefore we were fresh each time we came out. And it was, sort of by accident that it happened that way. Mm-hmm. But that way we could actually still perform and do our duties at home as family makers,
Right.
And I think what that did was gave us the opportunity to work with new musicians each time. So we have certain people that have played with us since the beginning, but there's always been a revolving group of musicians that come in, and when it's convenient for them, when they have the time, and if all the time aligns right, we'll play together, we'll do a set together, we'll write albums together. So in our recordings, there's usually everyone's got a different set of people except for Des and I.
Right.
And so the alumni has changed over the past decades.
That's a great segue into how we are connected now, because Des mentioned to me last year that there may be some Bentmen that nobody'd heard before, and some things that may have been sort of buried in storage spaces. And you guys famously had your White Room recording in the Sound Museum as well, and that maybe some tapes existed. Maybe there's some stuff that's, as we're getting ready to put together a compilation with you guys on a Rock Garden Records project called Unearthed. And now we've got a song from you guys called Babes in Candyland, which is very much a commentary-inspired story. It's a phenomenal song. It contains, and it has some legacy legacy to it. Maybe talk about that and how you guys put that together and where it ended up, and why now.
Well, at the time, I just purchased a new sampler, an Ensoniq ASR-10, and it had changed. Keyboards and samplers had just changed the industry. Gave you tools that didn't exist before, or made them affordable. And so I remember putting it on my kitchen table and plugging it into an amp and a little 4-track, and seeing what it could do. And Babes in Candyland was, I want to say, probably the first composition that came out of that keyboard.
It's brutal, Kathy. I mean, it's an honest, gorgeous program that is really impressive.
Thanks. So what was different about it was a departure from some of the more proggy, darker stuff. But again, it was just a representation of what I could figure out on the ASR-10 the very first day I got it. And, we brought it into practice, put it on the PA, and Eddie Nowick, our guitarist, he went mental. He was like, "Oh my God, I love this." And he just started jamming along to it and writing guitar riffs. I don't know where Des got the inspiration to write the lyrics, but they're very much, again, a sad commentary on women who find themselves in a position of being exploited in the sex industry. And
it's a true story, actually, Todd.
I think it was in the paper, right?
It's in the newspapers. I don't remember the woman's name is Nikki something, but she went down to, she used to go down to New York. And I think she might have been, I can't remember where she's from, so I'm not going to guess. But basically, she went down to New York to be in a hip-hop video with one of the more famous rap guys down there. And ends up, being sort of exploited in the video, which she expected. But basically, it ended up going to now she's doing a dancer, and
making movies. And
then making movies. I don't know if they were porn, but X-rated, I guess they would be called, and ends up getting murdered down there. And so it was a really sad story, but it gave, this Nikki's going out, movie shooting. If you listen to the lyrics, it's basically what happened to that particular woman, and what happens to a lot of women that get caught up in that. So that's where the lyrics came from. And I tended to write about dark subjects. I don't know why, but that's just who I am.
But it didn't fit. It didn't fit in with our set. And that's why you have it now, Todd.
See. It never got finished, really.
We had a studio. We went in the studio. We were fortunate enough at the time to be doing some recording and had, as a band member, Reeves Gabrels, who was just beginning to play with David Bowie.
Right.
So he had access to a whole new level of artists that he could collaborate with, and managed to talk Adrian Belew into coming into the studio with us.
Who's on that album
as well.
I remember that the history of it, but to have it in my headphones and have the honor of helping you guys kind of finish this up and let the world in on it is it is truly an honor, and it's a great segue into having Mike be able to announce this and put it on the podcast next week, and get you guys, out in the public eyes again. We're really, really honored. We're really excited about it, and I hope my
we are too.
I hope my tech and mastering work lived up to your expectations, and I'm thrilled to have been able to contribute a bass part that seemed to have passed muster, and just be a part of Bentmen's legacy. It's really something. I'm getting chills talking about it.
An interesting story. Thank you, Todd, for everything. There's an interesting story too about that. When you finally get to hear this song, the tag guitar, I guess you'd call it shredding, is some of the most intense guitar playing I've ever heard. Honestly,
I agree.
And Reeves had done a couple of passes at it, and of course Adrian is sitting. This is a little bit of light humor to this, but Adrian is sitting in the control room, and Eddie is like, can't even believe that he's there with these legends, which was really just wonderful to see him so excited.
Well,
because
the rumor has it that maybe Eddie's first run with you guys, like maybe the first time like in a room with you guys, was this song?
In the studio.
In the studio it was, but there's a whole backstory that we just don't have time to talk about now, maybe some other time. But
episode.
There's some really big backstory stuff with this, but basically what I wanted to tell you, which is a little lighthearted, was that Reeves was there, and he was, I think personally, he was getting his head around the fact that, hey, wait a minute, I'm playing with legends now, himself, because it was all fairly new, and he wanted the track to be really good. And he was out in the room, the white room, which was this recording studio owned by Kathy and myself, and basically a low-tech studio compared to what's out there today. But we were in there, and Reeves had a couple of good runs at doing that guitar stuff at the end of that song, the tag that I spoke of earlier. And so what I did was, it wasn't quite there. So I ran out there during the last time he was making his attempt and grabbed him from behind while he was recording that and spun him in the air. So I'm like sucking the wind out of him. And literally.
And he kept playing.
And so you can hear it in the song where.
So he squeezed that ride out of Reeves, like physically.
And Reeves kind of looks at me, and to me, how I remember, he looked a little pale. And he said, "Well, what do you think?" And I said, you are not gonna touch that.
Yeah, don't. Right, I knew we're done here.
I said, that was just so incredible that nobody's going to touch that one, So it's on that track, and then it, we did the album, and we left off two or three songs that didn't make it to the album. This was one of them.
Wow.
It was a little bit more rock heavy than we've been known for as a weird band, I guess.
Yeah.
And as Kathy mentioned earlier, and so it wasn't finished quite yet. It was almost there.
Yeah, it's got a traditional, ABC arrangement to it, which is definitely, not known to Bentmen songs. And I think it's a great segue into having Mike debut it, and Rock Garden Records could not be more thrilled, guys. I'm getting chills just listening to you guys tell the story. Just a little bit choked up. I've known you guys forever. You're very close to me and my family. I've done, Shake the Faith. My band has, of course, done our two big reunions with you guys at your two Magic Room locations. And we're thrilled to see what the future brings, and glad to have you on the podcast and Rock Garden Radio today.
We're thrilled that you took the time to, take a recording that, you didn't get all the tracks. You just got, was it a 2-track?
No.
Or was it a final?
We had a mix of your synth part with Dez's vocal and the two guitar parts that was pretty roughly mixed. It was a good, solid representation of what you guys had tracked to that day. But it was an old transfer. Probably wasn't.
It was a rough.
Yeah, it was a rough. It probably wasn't done to how we do it now, or how you guys would how it would measure up to your standards today. But it was great, and I'm really excited for the world to hear it. So, Mike, you anything you want to add?
Now
we're going to hear it. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, listen, Todd, we feel the same way about you, and we're hoping that Rock Garden Records has a longevity that goes on forever. I'm glad you're doing this thing, and with these songs that we're collecting dust, and I think that you've picked some really good ones. And I hope that this gets a little yardage for you. I really do, and I'm happy that we're dusting it off because it's a killer track. It really is.
It woke up the zombies of the past. Really, it really inspired us to step forward into this role as a record label and helping some of our other, long-standing legacy artists unearth some of their older recordings, and you guys are going to be
great name, Unearthed.
Yeah, you guys are going to be surrounded by some other phenomenal tracks, and we hope to get the full release put together later in 2024. But thanks for coming on.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to commend you for starting a label in this day and age and actually going the extra mile to support bands and musicians and giving them a vehicle to put their music out. It's really valuable what you're doing.
Thank you.
So thank you.
Well, you can really thank my wife, Lisa, who is unfortunately not on the interview with us today, but she really pushed me into stepping into this role as, engineer, producer, mixer, so that we could help people. Really, it's a matter of finding our friends and our artists like you guys. And when it organically happened that Des suggested you had some unreleased material, I mean, Des will tell you our message thread is me literally chirping him about what? You've got Bentmen? Are you kidding me? So, all good. We're really, again, honored and thrilled and excited to announce this, and it'll be in the radio show. We can't play it now because this isn't live, but we just thrilled about the backstory, thrilled knowing about what lies ahead, and can't wait to hear more.
Yeah, and this is Mike. I'm thrilled to have you guys on the podcast. Thank you so much. And I just want to expand on what Todd postulated about that nothing happens by accident. Here we are. We're going to remember 2024 when Bentmen joined Rock Garden Records. And as we've been talking about, we're going to get to debut this. Actually, the comment that I made when I heard the song, Todd will tell you, was killer. Exactly what you said, Des. It's a killer track. So happy to present Babes in Candyland for everybody. Oh, yeah, it's a killer song. No question about it. So I can't wait for everybody to hear it. We're going to spin Babes in Candyland for the first time here on our podcast. And let me be the first to welcome Bentmen to Rock Garden Records.
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Todd.
Thanks.
You're very welcome.
Come back soon.
Welcome back to Rock Garden Radio, everybody. As mentioned, here's the brand new single from Bentmen. This is Babes in Candyland at Rock Garden Radio.
Girl from the town next
Told You was killer. Bentmen, brand new track from them called Babes in Candyland.
Hey, thanks, Mike, and what a tune. Man, did I have a good time working on that. Hey, keeping with the Reeves Gabrels on guitar theme, we're going to get into some Tin Machine right now. Okay, I always love that song, but I'm sitting here checking out the lyrics. Skin dance back of the condo, skinheads getting to school, beating on blacks with a baseball bat, racism back in rule. White trash picking up Nazi flags, while you was gone there was a war. This is the West, get used to it. They put a swastika over the door, under the God. David Bowie, featuring Reeves Gabrels on guitar. And now we're going to get into Reeves' latest conquest, The Cure, from the 2019 live album Curation. Here's Boys Don't Cry.
to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes. So boy, don't cry. Boy, just don't cry. I will break down at your feet, beg forgiveness, plead with you, but I know that it's too late. Now there's nothing I can do. I try to laugh about it, cover it all up with pride. I try to laugh about it, hiding the tears in my eyes. Just boy, don't cry. Tell you that I loved you, if I thought that you would stay. But I know that it's too late, you already gone away. I missed your children, I pushed you too far, took you for granted, felt like you needed me more. Now I would do most anything to get you back by my side. But I just keep on laughing, hiding the tears in my eyes. So boy, don't cry. Boys, don't cry. Boys, don't cry. Very much. See you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Once again, The Cure from 2019's Curation featuring Reeves Gabrels on guitar. And tying that to some more great music from Boston, we're going to dig out a song from 2003 by C60, formerly known as Cobalt 60. And C60 and Cobalt 60 feature Andrew Padua on bass guitar, who has evolved into a permanent member of Bentmen. And another Rock Garden Records artist, Smitty and the Fez Tones. Also featured in C60 and Cobalt 60 is the late, great Jay Potts, who most of you know by now, if you're tuned in at all to what's been going on in Boston the last couple of years. Jay ended up in Holy Smoke, who are my band, who are on Rock Garden Records. So here's C60 featuring current Rock Garden Records recording artists, Jay Potts and Andrew Padua, So Not Tired.
Set in place as I lay my eyes on a pretty face. The air is hot, the wind is cold. I've stolen back what I once sold. Prick up your ears, shed your fears, she said. Barbed wire halo round her head. Come on, baby, come on. Just like love, only this is but that don't mean a lot to me. Not tired of 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 me. So not tired. She wanna know what day I'm leaving. She wanna know for a change of the season. She wanna know 'cause she taught me well. Girl from heaven or a gift from hell.
And now here's where it really gets fun. Smit E. Smitty and the Feztones with Andrew Padua on bass and Eddie Nowick of Bentmen fame on guitar, covering David Bowie's Rebel Rebel.
You got your mother in a whirl, not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's stay out tonight. You like me and I like it all. You love dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more and you want it fast. They put you down, they say I'm wrong. You tack a thing, you put them on. Yeah! Yeah, yeah! Yeah, yeah! Yeah, yeah! You tell your dress. Your face is a mess. How could they know? Hot trap, I love you so. You got your mother in a whirl. Not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's stay out tonight. You like me and you like it all. You love dancing and we look divine. You love bands when they play it hard. You want more when you want it fast. They put you down, they say I'm wrong. You take a thing, you put them on. You tell your dress. Your face is a mess. How could they know? Hot trap, I love you so. Got your mother in a whirl. Not sure if you're a boy or a girl. Hey babe, your hair's alright. Hey babe, let's stay out tonight. Stay out tonight. Stay out tonight.
Johnny's in America, no tricks at the wheel. No one needs anyone, they don't even just pretend. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. Johnny's in America. Johnny wants a brain. Johnny wants to suck on the coke. Johnny wants a woman. Johnny wants to think of a joke. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. Johnny's in America. Johnny looks up at the stars. Johnny combs his hair and Johnny wants pussy and cars. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. God is in America. God is in America. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of America. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of America. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America. Johnny's in America.
All right, so tying it all together is David Bowie's I'm Afraid of Americans from 1997's Earthling, featuring Reeves Gabrels on guitar. And that song always haunted me to the point that I got inspired to finish the lyrics to the Holy Smoke song, Is This America, that Mike played earlier in our show today. And I'd had the track around since my early songwriting career prior to meeting Reeves in Boston and seeing him in phenomenal bands like The Dark, Life on Earth, The Adam Said, Rubber Rodeo, Modern Farmer, and then learning about his recording and performing with Bentmen from the same era. I always thought it was so cool that this guy that was around the Boston scene was David Bowie's collaborator, writing such fantastic music and inspiring the world. So I want to thank Mike for letting me step into this special episode debuting Bentmen's never before heard single, Babes in Candyland, written by Des and Kathy Desmond and Eddie Nowick, featuring Des on lead vocals, Kathy on keyboards and programming, Eddie Nowick on rhythm guitar, Little Ol' Me on bass guitar and backing vocals, with the incomparable Reeves Gabrels on lead guitar. Babes in Candyland is available exclusively at Rock Garden Records Bandcamp, where I would encourage you to check out all the amazing artists and releases already out on Rock Garden Records. Hey, if you made it this far, thank you so much for listening, and tune in next week. Until then, I'll turn it over to Mike. Take us out, brother.
Thanks so much for listening to our podcast. We appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll see you again next week on Friday for the next edition of Rock Garden Radio.
Hey man, what are you doing? Put on that station that rocks.
Welcome to Rock Garden Radio, your home for new, independent music, interviews, and history from Boston and beyond.